Hope you're not getting tired of me at this point. This is my third attempt at making this video today. The first time the video quality came out shit, and so I had to scrap the whole thing. I took a good amount of time making it, so that was disappointing. The second one, well, I think I'm on my fourth now. Second and third one just didn't come out the way I wanted them to, so now we're trying again. We're out here in Cali, Colombia. There's a baby crying upstairs. It's hot as shit in my apartment. It's probably about 80 degrees. I got the fan blowing. Let's see, I've had 3 coffees today, had some ice cream, and we're feeling good. So without further ado, let's get into the polls, the almighty polls. It is 2 days out from Iowa, and I'm extremely happy to report that it looks like Bernie's going to take it in Iowa. Last time we checked, he had taken a bit of a dip. He was down about 4 points to Biden, 3.5 points to Biden. Now again, all of this is within the margin of error. We don't know exactly how these numbers are going to shape out, but the polls are always a good indication. Anyway, he had taken a dip, and then as we predicted, the trickery that Elizabeth Warren tried to pull, instead of hurting Bernie, it actually ended up catapulting him astronomically, to the point where Bernie now maintains a 3.6 point lead on average of the polls that have come out. And there's been numerous polls, poll after poll after poll, nationally and in Iowa and New Hampshire and all over, where Bernie is just surging like crazy. Where I don't know if now is when people are finally starting to pay attention. At least they're paying attention more now than they were a month, 2 months, 3 months ago. I don't think we have the full attention of the country yet because it is still very early, but the people in Iowa are definitely paying attention. And what they're saying is, hey, we like this guy Bernie Sanders. And I think they have the right idea. So I've gone ahead and put out my first predictions. So I'm going to go ahead and predict the top 4 winners in the Iowa caucus, and then continuing with the states as they fall. And we'll see how accurate my predictions turn out to be. Let's see if I actually know what I'm talking about or not. Of course, I'm referencing the polls as well. But as you'll notice, the polls have Peter Buttigieg, coming in at third place in the polls, but I'm going to go ahead and say that Warren is actually going to come in third. So I'm going to have Bernie first, Biden second, and then Elizabeth Warren coming in third, because generally I think people have lost their taste for Pete Buttigieg. There was a video that came out recently where he was giving a town hall, and he actually had to encourage people to clap for him after he made a point. He said something, he was trying to be like fiery and say something like, it's flowery or whatever, and he finished his statement and he goes, "Come on, guys, come on," like trying to get them to applaud. And it was really sad, but I love to see it because Pete Buttigieg is as corporate as they get, and he's fake, and he's only in it for the power more than anything else. And Warren still has a semblance of progressive support behind her, and I think for her and for Bernie, they are going to turn out, and so I think that jolt will get her over the line, and she will end up coming in third. And then Biden will just hang on to his default support. A lot of people still support Biden for now. That's a big for now, because as we will see, when we look at the national polls, it's finally starting to happen, guys. Bernie is right there. He's gone over the last month. Bernie has closed the gap from being down about 12 points to Biden to now being within the margin of error, almost at a statistical tie, and we haven't even reached Iowa yet. So I wasn't even thinking back a month ago when it was completely stagnant and there was no movement on really between Bernie and Biden. Of course, Elizabeth Warren had her jump and then fall. But between Bernie and Biden, it was basically even all the way out. Biden was maintaining that 10 to 12 to 15 point lead. And I thought it was going to stay like that through Iowa, through like the first couple of states. But man, people maybe have started paying attention, tuning in more, paying more attention to Biden, or I don't know what is going on, but other than the fact that I know that I love Bernie, and I've been telling people to vote for Bernie this whole time, that he's obviously the best candidate, the most honest candidate, cares about the issues. Maybe other people are starting to see that, and that's great. So, and I can't complain. Bernie is catching up to Biden, and we could see him overtake Biden and head into first place before long. And man, how great that would be. Because Lord knows we have to run away with this. Lord knows we have to run away with this one because the DNC is known to pull some shit. They're known to play their tricks, as we saw in 2016. So we just have to leave it without question. We can't leave it up to the judges, as they say in MMA. You gotta finish the fight. We need a knockout on this one, and it's good that we're seeing this early surge from Bernie before Iowa's even fallen. Whew. So that'll be the polls for today. We will leave it at that. Bernie, I'm going to give a lock as the win in Iowa. So go ahead and put your money on that if you dare. And before long, hopefully the next time we check in, we could say Bernie's within 1 point or is even past Biden. So let's keep it going. Let's keep this momentum going. And we'll see where we're at in the next polls. And we'll see what happens in Iowa. It's going to be exciting. The next few days are going to be very exciting. So, sweet. We'll catch you next time on the polls. Have a good day.